Tyler, and this is my CCR number 1. And in this CCR, I'll be focusing on the question, how do your products use or challenge conventions, and how do they represent social groups or issues? First, I researched conventions that are usually found in thrillers. Um, the first one was a certain type of shot, and this is the fast-paced shot, and they are used to get put together and create a certain emotion to get set on the audience that's watching. I also use this around the halfway point of my film where my character starts playing basketball, and I try to put that fast-paced movement together to build up um, the audience's emotions and get them like hyped up for him and be like, oh yeah, um, like he's doing pretty good. All for him to just end up getting hurt at the end. Thrillers also use a certain type of music to evoke um, this same concept. Um, I also did this in my film, the same exact time. So while my character was playing basketball, I was using fast-paced shots, but I was also using music, and this type of music was specifically implemented to try and get that hyped up, fast-paced feeling as well. Um, the song I chose was "Power" by Kanye West, and I think that did a great job of accomplishing what I wanted it to. Um, Thrillers also use plot twists a lot, and I tried to implement this into my film a lot, or also not a lot, by showing that when my character left his house, he just told his mom he was going to be okay. Um, when in reality he wasn't. So this was creating a type of foreshadowing for the end, and also making the audience think that nothing's going to happen until he starts playing basketball, and then boom, all of a sudden he hits his head, he's on the ground unconscious in a coma. And so that's how I try to implement this into mine. I then talked about um, how my film challenges conventions. Conventions. Um, Thrillers often use um, events with high stakes, but I could not implement this into my film, as since my film is only a 2 minute opener to a movie. Usually thrillers will have high stakes, but my opening did not, as I wanted it to build up to where a cliffhanger would be, and then create a guideline for a plot that would be in the rest of my movie. So if I made it an actual movie, not just an opener, there would be high stakes. But since I just made this, then there's none. I mean, he gets. I try to build up to the point instead. Another commonly used convention is misdirection. Now, I could also say the same thing for this, as I'm only making an opening and not a whole movie. But I also didn't want to misdirect the audience, as I'm just trying to build up to the cliffhanger and the point where my character gets hurt, and misdirection just wouldn't make sense in this exact situation. Um, this this slide is about the social groups that I used in my film, and there are many, because since I only had one character and this was a teenage boy, I decided that the social groups that um, I use in my film were teens, and and it could be more specifically teenage boys, but just basically teens in general. And instead of saying that it's family, because technically his mom did talk to him at the start and try to call him at the end, she was never seen or actually heard in the film. So I don't want to complicate anything by saying she was part of it and say that there's family social groups. And lastly, social issues that are in my film. And this social issue is the lack of awareness in kids nowadays. I try and show this by having my character tell his mom that everything's gonna be okay, nothing's gonna happen to him while he's playing basketball. Um, Even though he tells her this, um, she still worries, and he ends up actually getting hurt. And after hitting his head, he goes into a coma, going unconscious. Um, and she's just still worrying about him, calling him, texting him over and over again. And I think just this just shows how easygoing kids are nowadays and their lack of awareness. Um, and this was mainly what I wanted to highlight in my opening scene for these 2 minutes.